Alright guys, today we're going to be checking out some of my favorite features from the One UI 8.5 Beta 1 update. I'll be following this update a lot because a lot of the older flagships are going to get this update, so you guys need to know what's going on with these features because it is some cool stuff in here. I might make a more like in-depth going over everything, but I want to cover like at least all the kind of cool stuff. The first thing that pops out and that everyone really has been talking about, and you may or may not like this, but yeah, the control center is really customizable now, and a lot of people are saying it kind of looks like iOS. You don't have to have it set up like this where the brightness and the sound is vertical, but I think this is like a great update here because it's easier to reach for me for like phones that are huge like this. So having it right here where I can just kind of like adjust the brightness feels a lot quicker to me. But yeah, so everything is a little bit more customizable. Some of these things that were stuck like this in this shape can now become just a little circle. And yeah, you just have a lot more like freedom with customizing the control panel, which is pretty cool. So it's something that I really like. I am not one of those people that like will like customize the control panel and stuff like that, but I do like this. I really do like having the volume rocker over here now. So I think it looks pretty cool. You can make your control center, look however you want now, which is pretty nice. So this next feature is a pretty small one, but I really like this one. The dynamic clock is a lot smarter now, or it just does it automatically for you. So when it recognizes a face like of an animal or your person or whatever, now when you click on the dynamic, it just automatically shifts itself, because with One UI 8 we had to like kind of drag it, right? And then it would shift it, but I like how it automatically just goes to where it's supposed to go now. I think that's really cool. And then also a side note here, one new addition here on this lock screen is the weather. So let me go ahead and turn this on. For now, when you hit that weather icon, if it's snowing or if it's like raining or if it's sunny outside, now this will pop up right here and you'll get that kind of weather effect. Also, that thing that used to say wallpaper, it just is now wallpaper icon, which I think looks better. I think it looks cleaner. But yeah. All right, so here's a feature that I don't really like here. So it's fine, the new search kind of look, but it pops up right here and it's just an all white, search thing. And I just don't like it. I think they need to go back to the transparent. It looks very awkward. It doesn't match like your wallpaper. Yeah, I don't like this move. I'm not really sure why they did this. It doesn't make any sense. Like, it does add a bit of consistency, like, right? Because when you go into settings, it kind of adds that consistent kind of thing, but it's just kind of weird when you come into your app drawer and you just have this right here. The transparent makes way more sense. And the reason why I say that, because it's not consistent with the control center. So I don't understand like what the point of doing that was, but I actually do not like this feature at all. Another cool thing that I think a lot of people will appreciate is the clock application has been updated, has been redesigned a little bit, so you can see the icons at the bottom look a little bit more modern. The stopwatch I think looks great. I really love the layout here, and the buttons I think look really awesome here. And also there is a nice little feature here. So when we do an alarm here, we go to alarm background. Now it does the kind of same thing, so we can do the weather thing. So whatever the weather is, it'll show that when you have your alarm, which is pretty cool. So it's something that is pretty nice. There has been a visual upgrade with folders here. So instead of those three dots, it actually just shows the icon in the back of that next application, which is fine. And the settings are a little bit different to change your colors, so you would just have to hold it. Then you could change this and change the colors of the folders like this. So it's fine. I don't really have an issue with it. It still works. Another cool little thing here is with screen record now. So if we go into our screen recorder, we now have an option to screen record partially now. So this was not on One UI 8. So this is pretty cool. So if you do want to kind of crop a location. So let's say you're screen recording, but you have maybe like notifications popping up or something like that. Then you can kind of just like just crop in on the section that you want, and then you can go ahead and record. So it's something that I think makes a lot of sense, and very nice to have for you guys that might do tutorials and stuff like that. You can just go ahead and screen record just certain parts of it. So we do have now this keep editing thing here in oh, they can't generate this? Okay, let me try something else. Alright, so it turned it to a heart, but if we click the keep editing, we can actually just, continue to keep drawing here. See what it turns out into. Alright, very nice. So we can just keep drawing and keep drawing. This option was not here last time, so it's pretty nice. So you can do a little bit more editing and stuff like that. There is another feature in the My Files here. So you see right here it says storage share. So I can basically share storage back and forth between devices. Like if I have Galaxy S24 and I want to share files and stuff like that, that's essentially what this is. It just makes it a lot easier to do that. And yeah, overall the update is pretty solid. I'm liking some of the new design choices, but some of the design choices are not, like, I really don't like that right there. And also I really don't like that they got rid of the descriptions for the settings. So let me actually grab the S24. This is something I don't like. I feel like, especially for people who are not like very tech savvy and might be maybe a little bit older, it tells you everything like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, quick share, Samsung Dex. It lets you know like what's in here, and I think they're trying to simplify everything. But I do prefer this. I think it's easier for people who maybe don't know where everything is. Just makes it easier to navigate. So I don't like that. I think like going too minimal with the design is not that great for me. I just don't like it. But yeah, so what do you guys think of this One UI 8.5? I really like it so far. I'm excited to see what new things that they add. This is only beta 1, so they're gonna add quite a bit. But a lot of the same stuff is pretty much the same here. So they'll continue to add stuff, and it's actually pretty smooth for a beta. Very smooth.